What's going on? We are back with another video. So today I thought, why don't we make a short video going over some camera settings, some of the best camera settings to use right now in 2024. I'm gonna go through some of the best camera settings that I've seen used, some of my favorite camera settings, you know, the main four that most pros recycle through. But anyway, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. Alright guys, so these are the first settings. So we're going to start off with 100. Okay, actually we're going to start up at the very top. Camera preset, that doesn't really matter. Camera shake, we're going to turn that off. Please, if you're new, make sure to turn off camera shake. It's not worth it. It's a very bad setting because your camera's going to be jumping up with you. You just don't want that. Alright, so make sure you check this off. We're going to start off with a 110 field of view, which is like a staple for most camera settings for like around everyone in the scene. Distance 270. Your camera settings should always usually be around like 260, 270, around here, maybe 280, but nothing higher than that. Probably 10 up or 10 down from here, probably the best place to put your camera settings. The height, same thing with the height. We're going to go over a few settings with 90, a few settings with 100, never 110, just 100 or 90. Angle, the best angles are -5, -4, and -3. I personally wouldn't use anything that aren't those angles. Stiffness, this is preference, but I really do not recommend a high stiffness. There's only a few pros that play with the high stiffness, maybe like a handful of pros. I would make sure your stiffness is probably around 0.4 to 0.45 to even 0.5. I wouldn't go any higher than that. You can go 0.35, wouldn't go any lower than that. But yeah, for 0.4 on these. Swivel speed is basically how fast you're able to turn your car, like with your right stick. I like keeping mine at 7.2 because I'm able to get like a quick little turn like this without having to like fully reach. Like I can just bing and I already know where he is really quick. Transition speed is just how fast you go from the ball cam off ball cam. I like mine being at 1.2, so it's not too crazy fast, but it's still pretty fast. Demo transition time. So this is a new setting that they've added that is for demos. It transition your camera back to where you're going to spawn a lot faster. I would make sure this is at 0. There's no reason to have it higher. The best setting is 100% 0.00. So yeah, with these camera settings, it's my favorite because I feel like I have a lot of space around my car. I feel like and we're kind of higher in the air with our angle. I feel like this is a very good camera for dribbling. So especially in ones, you can really see over the ball pretty well and be able to see your car very well for easy double jump pops. So yeah, this is my favorite camera, definitely for ones. I think it just has a very good style for dribbling. I think it's one of the easiest camera settings to dribble with when it comes to like, while still having an overall good camera setting. So if you're a ones player, you really like playing ones, I think these are very good camera settings just to have that space, be able to see around your car very easily, like just seeing your car, just having a big space around your car. These are definitely the best for that. So yeah, let's get into number 2. These are going to be my second favorite camera settings to use right now. So it is, we start with 109 FOV, we change from the 110, we go to 270 distance, we stay the same on that. The height changes, the angle changes, and the stiffness changes. So we're going to be rocking a little bit higher stiffness with a slightly lower angle and a slightly lower height. I like these cameras. I love this camera actually for the air. That's probably my favorite part about these camera settings, is just being able to go for resets in the air. I feel like just like with how it looks, like you're kind of under your car more. Like, so when you're dribbling, you have this lower angle, lower to the ground. I feel like it's a lot easier to go for resets because you have an angle that's looking almost under the ball. So these were popularized by the freestylers like Beast Mode and Joyo and ROCS. They're very good for in the air. You just have that under the ball perspective that makes it very easy to go for multiple clean shots. Oh my god, the pancake, hold up. You see what I mean? It feels nice in the air. You just really have to get used to it. Usually most players aren't used to these type of camera settings, but they definitely feel very fun to use in the air, considering that like you're lower to the ground and you have that under the ground angle. So you're getting to see under the ball where you can get your resets a lot simpler and a lot easier. Also with pinches, I really like this car for pinches too. It doesn't really matter with camera settings, but with pinches, but just I feel like I get crazy pinches with these this camera setting. Anyway, now to my third favorite. My third favorite, we're gonna up the height, up the angle, lower the stiffness. These camera settings I used for probably around 3 years of my playing career when I played in RLCS. These were by far my favorite. Felt like the most all-around consistent camera settings. I loved it because it felt like I just got everything. I got a nice angle, nice height. I felt like this was a great in-between from the very first two settings that I showed. This was popularized by a player called First Killer. I'm sure you guys all know who that is. Player for Gen G, now free agent looking for a new team, but these were definitely my favorite camera settings for years and years and years. I feel like if you're looking for consistency, you want to be a consistent player, I would keep your camera settings right on these. I love the 109 FOV. I think it makes a good change. Just a little bit closer, not fully closer than what you're used to. It's just, as you can see on the right side and the left side, you just a little tiny bit closer. But yeah, these are my most consistent settings. I love these the most. I felt like this just offers so much consistency. And if you like the first two settings, these are definitely a great mix of settings that you can use. So yeah, so let's go to the final settings that I recommend you guys to use. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to 110 height. We're gonna go down to 0.35. And honestly, we can either go with the 0.5 angle and lower the stiffness, or we stay with the stiffness right here. And these ones are relatively close to the same that I showed last. It's just with the lower stiffness, it can make you feel a little bit faster, a little bit further away from your car. These camera settings are used by Zen. He definitely popularized these camera settings, and they're really close to the other ones. I like it. It's just a little bit further from your car, so if you don't feel like you're as consistent that far away from your car, because when you boost, the stiffness makes it to where your car is further. So if you like your car being just a little bit further from you, I'd recommend these. But these are definitely the top 3 camera settings right now used by 99% of pros right now. There's probably like only a handful of pros who don't use these settings right now, but these are by far the most used settings by any players, or all players, sorry, that are playing this game professionally right now. So now we're gonna go to gameplay. I mean, if we honestly look at these settings, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, don't think they matter too much. I just have everything on high. Yeah, if input buffer might matter. I don't fully know. Those don't really matter for your settings, at least for me. Okay, now the bread and butter. The steering sensitivity 2.0. 2.0, I've been using this from the beginning of time since this became a thing. This will make your inputs on your controller feel you'll just turn quicker. Like, you'll just feel like you use less of your controller space until your controller activates. So very, 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 very important settings right here. You want to go higher, you can. I don't recommend it because I feel like it causes you to have less consistency in your air rolls and everything in the air. It's just going to make everything harder. Okay, your dead zone, same thing. So this is going to be, you're going to want this to have this, you need to have it low. Like, if you want to be able to jump up faster than people and be able to use your stick, faster than everyone, you gotta pause. All right, so you need this at 0.05 or 0.02. If you start having problems with your camera where it's moving, just make it go a little bit higher until that problem stops. But having it low is very, very, very important. Dodge dead zone never changes at 0.5. I feel like you can just have this at default. Ball camera mode toggle. This is for keyboard mouse, so I don't know for sure. This is all preference. This will make your display go smaller. I just like having them both max. Some people play with the higher nameplate as of like 180, 170, which can be helpful to see fake kickoffs. I personally play at 110 just because I just like it more. But it's preference, you know what I mean? Not too big of a deal. Okay, colorblind mode. I mean, I'm not colorblind, so we're good on that. All of this basic stuff doesn't really matter. Video settings. Okay, let's just not do this real quick. So base pro, everyone plays on just pure basic settings. Everything low performance, put this on default. Off, high quality, and then it depends. Like I have a 360 hertz monitor, so I use 360 hertz. If you have 240, use 240. 120, use 120. Doesn't really matter either way. Whatever your computer can, handle. But this is what the settings look like. These are definitely the best for like depth perception, especially playing in the, in ranked games. You can just have better depth perception of the ball. It's a lot easier when things are low quality. But yeah, these are like the settings of 99% of every single pro. The only things that can be different is high quality shaders or shadows, or which one it was, the one at the top, and it just makes everything a little bit more vibrant. This is fine too. But other than that, you should make sure you have low settings. Trust me, it just makes the game so much more cleaner and easier to play. It might look nice on high quality, but trying to win your ranked games, definitely not worth it. Audio, this doesn't really matter. Just turn everything down. Chat also doesn't matter. I love you guys. I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to be doing how to win in every rank, teaching you guys how to be goats at this game and rank up very easily. So if you guys want more, videos, let me know in the comments. I love you guys. Have a great day.